everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie, and this channel is chronicling my journey of living my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. Today we're just going to talk about what's been going on this past month or so. It's been a little while since I did a life update, if you will. June was rather busy. I had some things that were pretty regular, I'm still in physical therapy for my neck. That will be ending this month. I'm down to just once a week. We discovered that the neck traction device that they have gives me a lot more range of motion. So I'm actually waiting for my own to arrive. I ordered it last week, so it should be here this coming week. And then I'm still taking dance lessons once a week. And this past week I did go to sort of their Friday group lesson and then a practice party. It was okay. It's not like where I used to take classes where there's a lot of sort of options in terms of the level people were at. And even though I haven't danced in about a decade, I still remember a lot of it. My body just remembers a lot of the steps. And it wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. I also sort of learned where my limits are in terms of when my balance starts getting really bad. And just sort of holding my arms in the dance position doesn't work all that well, which I already knew. That's probably something I'll continue to do, more because I've paid for it than because I feel like I'm getting a ton out of it. But it is something to do. It gets me out, meet people, talk to people. Everyone was really nice. I think the fact that I wear oxygen sort of took people aback, so a lot of people were sort of curious as to I didn't know you were here to dance, even though that's literally, that's what you do there, is it's a dance studio. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'll probably continue through when I have lessons. We'll see how the lessons go. We'll see how my balance is. We'll just see how dance goes. I can't really afford it, but if it helps me get more, if it helps my balance and sort of physical things like that, it may be worth it, but we'll see, because it is very expensive. With physical therapy and dance taking up 2 to 3 days of the week, I didn't really go to the gym at all last month in June, which is a bummer because I love lifting weights. So this month I'm not even going to try to go during the week because it's not happening anyway, so there's no use of trying to fit it in during the work week. I'm just going to try to go on Sundays. So the goal is to go on Sundays and see how that goes. And then once the month is over, then I won't have physical therapy anymore. And then hopefully I can fit it in during at least one weekday. I'd like to lift weights 3 times a week. I just don't know if that's realistic when I'm also dancing 1 or 2 times a week. We'll just have to see how that goes. The stopping physical therapy will hopefully make a big difference because my appointments have often been in the morning, so I'm not able to get a good 8 hours of sleep a lot of times because I'm waking up early and I normally go to bed around midnight. So hopefully that makes a difference. Again, we'll just have to see what happens next month when physical therapy is over. I did consider physical therapy for my balance issue, but I have a feeling a lot of the exercises I would do there I can do just as easily at home. I have a foam mat thing to do balance. I can use I can't even think of what it's called. It's a slack board for balance. So I have stuff I can do for balance here. It just really fatigues my calf muscles and my lower legs, well, my legs and hips in general, which then makes walking more difficult. Everything's a trade-off. So I don't really think physical therapy for balance is a good idea because of that. And I'll let her know the next time I see her that that's probably not going to be happening. We'll see what the specialist says in December, see how dance goes, see what I can do on my own, all of that stuff. But I don't think physical therapy for balance specifically is a good idea because I think my legs would be too fatigued. That's what I've noticed when I've done balance training at home, that my legs just get too fatigued and it makes sort of the rest of the day more miserable. Other than like exercise type activities, I also traveled a lot in June. Not far, but I enjoy watching competitive eating on YouTube. I don't know why, I just do. And one of the competitive eaters that I follow was doing some restaurant challenges here locally. So I went to a number of those. I want to say 3, maybe 4 of them. None of them were local. Like, I think the closest was probably like a 45-minute drive away, and that's one way. And so that was a lot of time and energy, about half on the weekends and half during the work week. So again, with the sleep getting mixed up and whatnot, and there is one more competitive eating thing I'm going to watch today, which is Saturday, July 11th, as I'm recording this. But then he leaves to go back to his home country on Monday, I believe. So that will be it for those type of activities, which I've enjoyed going to them. I like them. It will also be nice to get that time back because, again, that's time I could be doing other things. If nothing else, just recovering from the work week. On a similar note, he qualified to compete at Nathan's hot dog eating contest in Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York. And I was going to go on a bus tour to Coney Island anyway. So I'm like, why don't I just go up for 4th of July weekend? I'll go watch the hot dog eating contest. I'll see what it's about, go to Coney Island, whatnot. So I did that. I went with a friend. The friend drove. That was his offering to tagging along with me because I was going regardless of whether he came along. And he said, like, I really need time away. Like, my mental health isn't great. I could really use this. I'll tell you what, like, I'll drive. I'll chip in for some food, yada yada. And I was just happy not to be driving because that takes a lot out. And I don't think I could have done what I did if I had done the driving. So I'm very grateful that he drove. I did pay for most of the food. He reimbursed me like some. But again, most of the food, I was going to buy the exact same amount of food anyway. So it just didn't matter that he was there. I just would have had more leftovers if he wasn't here. Maybe, because I probably would have shared them with him anyway. I often share my big food purchases with my friends that work here in the condo that I live. So that was a lot of fun. I did walk down to Coney Island the day we drove up, which was July 3rd. I sort of got a feel for where the hot dog eating contest was and made a game plan for the next morning. I also had Nathan's famous hot dog. I had a chili cheese dog. It was delicious. He got their french fries. I only had a couple. They were really good. The plan was to go back on July 4th in the evening when it cooled down some and get more, but they forecasted storms, which kind of happened, but not at the time they were supposed to happen. So missed out on getting another Nathan's chili cheese dog. One of us was going to get fries, the other was going to get onion rings, and we were going to split them. That did not happen, which was a bummer. So now I have a reason to go back. The other food I got there was also really good. I got some Puerto Rican food, which I was really looking forward to. Some delicious handmade pierogies of all flavors. They had like mac and cheese. They had sort of regular ones, jalapeno cheddar, potato cheddar bacon, spinach feta. They were really good. And Spumoni pizza from L&B Spumoni in Brooklyn. Amazing. I thankfully do have some slices left, but their sauce, I don't know what's in it. I'm sure you can't buy it anywhere, but the sauce is amazing. I normally don't like plain cheese pizza, like a normal pizza with no extra cheese or anything like that on it, but it was an expensive pizza. The pizza was $35, So, I mean, it was big. It was 12 slices, but totally worth it. We'll be going back for primarily the pizza and the pierogies. Yes, to get Nathan's hot dogs also, but that's secondary to the pizza, and the pierogies were definitely the standout food of the weekend. And then came back, work week. Work is going okay. I am learning that I cannot talk consistently for work for very long. As I've mentioned before, my face gets to be tingly, my eyelids start to twitch, which is sort of where I know that I'm getting to my limits. And I also start having to really think about what words I'm speaking and how to make the words. And so I need to take a lot of breaks during the day, which isn't ideal when you only get paid for the phone calls you make. But hopefully I'll get things figured out once, physical therapy's done. I'm not doing the competitive eating thing. I'm not traveling. So hopefully that's going to improve and I can make more calls to make more money. We'll just have to see how that goes. I think that's going to be it. I know this is on the longer side, but it's been a while since I did an update. And as I said, June was kind of busy. The next big life thing will be Gatlinburg in October. I will be there for another 2 weeks. And I still need to get... I still need to get a plan, sort of an itinerary of what I plan on doing. I know a lot of it is going to be more driving, more scenery seeing. So I'm going to need more recovery time built in for that. It's not going to be go, go, go every day because I just can't go, go, go every day. So I'll be working on an itinerary for that. And other than that, I think I have a boring rest of the summer and beginning of fall, and I am a-okay with that. I need some boring in my life. There's some other little things that I might be doing with friends, going out to a buffet, the aquarium maybe, but all of that is just in talks. It's not really planned, but I'm getting tired, so I think I am going to maybe take a nap. Anyway, sorry it's so long. I hope you guys are having a good day whenever it is you are seeing this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.